Ever wonder what a business analyst actually does? And no, we don't live inside of an Excel sheet, although that's actually involved. So hey, my name is Megan. I'm a senior business analyst, have been a business analyst for the past 4 years, and now also a product owner. What I essentially do in one quick sentence is I bridge the gap between businessy and tech solutions. So if you love solving problems, solutioning, getting to know the business deeper and better, then this might be the job for you. Let's go ahead and start into the day of a business analyst.
Awesome. Thanks, you guys. And that wraps up individual updates.
So my morning usually starts with just writing down, as you can see, all of the things that I have to do for today. So let's go ahead and go over them because I want to share with you what the typical day does look like. It is a Monday, so we're starting fresh. That's in particular why I like to go old school and have a notebook. But as you can see right here, we have our stand-up where all of the teams from QA, our managed services team, BAs, our functional team, developers, all go over anything that we're currently working on, blockers, additional things that we're doing to help out the team, or looking for shadowing opportunities / any assistance that we need as well. That meeting typically takes about 15 minutes a day, sometimes can honestly go into 20, just depending on how many team members you have. The next thing that we're doing, I'm a senior business analyst, so I have a team of 2 junior analysts, and that means that I'm in charge of creating what is known as the feature ticket. I'll go ahead and put a little description right here for you. As soon as I'm done creating the feature ticket, I sync with my junior BA, whoever is going to be leading that ticket, and they start their development on the child tickets. Feature tickets and child tickets are always associated to each other. People can always, developers, QA members, anybody who is working on the ticket can always look back at that main feature ticket as the sole guidance to be able to help others understand what this request really was, what was the why, the build, the design, and the idea. So next what I do is I meet with my team. It is a Monday, so I like to be able to go through any of the priorities that we have, making sure that we're all working on something, questions answered, and this is just something independently designed for our functional team. Next, any of the tickets that I am working on sometimes do require a design. It depends on the lift of the ticket. There are differences between tickets. Some things might be just a field update, and the other type of tickets that I work on are more UI based, and this is really where the product side of things come into play. Is if you think about a process today and screens appear and they guide you through a process, those are the type of things that us as product owners do work on. So questionnaires and next steps, these are all things that we work on, and that's essentially what I'm going to be doing. We use tools like Canva or Figma to be able to create the UI to show for not only us to stand by, but also so the developers can follow, the QA team can follow, and there's a process where if somebody was to come in and have no idea what this ticket is about, they can follow that visual for perfect example. So that's what we're going to be working on a little bit later today. Last but not least, we do have a UX designer on our team, and we're going to be syncing with the developers to be able to go over a current process that we're currently updating, and we want to show them the visuals and ask for technical feedback. Is this possible? What alternatives do we have? So we have quite a fun day set up for us today. So let's go ahead and get started. You heard how stand-up was. The next meeting that we're going to go ahead and go into is just touching base with the team. Hey guys, how was your weekend? Yeah, I know we have a lot going on this week. Yeah, exactly. So let's go ahead and talk about priorities. I know that we have to prioritize the UI design, so I'll go ahead and take lead on that. So up next, I'm going to show you all some of the previous designs that we've worked on. I can't show you anything right now just for security purposes, but some fun designs that I've done via Canva. I think it would be great to be able to show you all how to be able to take CRM platforms or to be able to take a request to be able to solution it and to be able to design it. Not every ticket requires it, some do, but I think it'd be a fun kind of process to be able to show you how I actively create in Canva and kind of some ideas that you can do too. All right, so as you can see right here, I'm using Canva. Personally, I decided to pick Canva because it doesn't have a huge learning curve. Canva, Figma, whichever one you use, both of them create design. Okay guys, so as you can see right here, I have the designs pulled up from Canva. The really cool thing about this is that I'm able to design the transactions based on grabbing like certain elements. If I wanted to have a checkbox, I could search for something here and I could easily enter whatever needs to be put in. This is really helpful for when I'm designing processes or need to pull in some additional information. A lot of this is just starts off as screen shots, and then I can add in like step 1 and step 2, as you can see, like here, 2, and then I have the text that I can black out. As you can see right here, it's just a drop and then put in here. And that's how I go about just designing. I try and make it as even as possible for the developers to be able to follow, but wanted to come on here quickly and just show you all like how I design the steps and the processes. You can see here I can expand, we go like this, but then this way the developers have something to follow. And even to the smallest details were added in. So just thought this would be really cool to be able to show you all how the process does work today, what we're doing, and just some ideas for you to be able to get if you're designing something too. So hope this was helpful. To be able to have these type of designs, especially when you're working with UI, because everybody can really see it come to life. So what we do is typically when I wrap this up and all the designs are approved, now I'm going to put a quick example here of what a child story would look like if you're following the design. So go ahead and pause the video so you can go ahead and check it out. So now that you understand the feature ticket, you saw how the UI is created, gives you some insight into what we do on a day in terms of creation and designing and collaboration. All right, guys, so it's lunchtime. As you can see, it's been a pretty busy day, especially Monday, getting back into the swing of things. So let's go ahead and make a quick lunch. We'll head up before our next meeting. Getting high protein is really like key to being so successful at my job. And I know it sounds random, like of course, like the technical skills and the solutioning and the people management, but don't underestimate food. Once you have good food, good source of protein, vegetables, fruits, protein, like that's really what keeps me sharp at my job every day. Being at the computer can make you feel really sluggish and you don't want that. So take that as a tip. If you get anything out of my video, please, please, please make sure that you're eating healthy for you and your brain. That being said, we have to run upstairs to our meeting. Quick and easy on the go. Let's go. Okay, so what I'm hearing design-wise is that we need to see if we need to display email for authentication. We need to work on the text and the verbiage for the ending screen. And then also we need to see if the error handling should go in the beginning of the process or the after of the process. And sync next week, and we'll go ahead and share updates and any feedback that we've heard. So thanks everybody. So that was it, the meeting with our designer and our developers. We really like going through the process with them to show them our current prototype and what was designed, along with just getting their input, like technically as well, but also if they were to be one of our agents or one of our users going through this process, what do they think? It gives us a really quick way to be able to identify things that we need to, number one, improve, verbiage that we need to add, or also error handling, what this experience should overall be like. So that's it for the meeting. Now it's end of day. So I'm going to review some of the child stories that my junior BAs created and then just wrap up the day from there. Is it. Thank you for joining me in the life of a day of a business analyst. I hope that this type of content was helpful for you. Number one, if you're looking to become a business analyst, or number two, you're looking to kind of pivot into this role from something that you're doing that's really similar. Again, I do want to mention that I do have a How to Be a Business Analyst course coming out. Some of the cool things that you'll be doing in that course, so stay tuned. I do have a join the wait list to get notified when it does go live. So just to kind of recap on everything that we did, we went through discovery today. You got to learn a little bit how UI, product, and designer and developer teams work together, but you also saw like hot fixes come up and what do we do and how do we prioritize that when tickets do come in. And then you also just saw the general, it's not always busy, it's not always crazy, some weeks are more than others, but hopefully this did give you good insight into what the day of a life of a business analyst is really like. So with that being said, thanks for coming along with me in the day of life of a business analyst, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye.